Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. We've got the Detroit Pistons facing the New York Knicks. And so off the tip, it's New York. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got Dumars. Wallace out there with Hill. Then there's Thomas, and it's Lanier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Frazier. Guerin off target from three-point range. Now here is Hill from deep. It's hauled in by Ewing. Pass to Guerin. And that one is hammered home.
Yeah, you know, we know this about Frazier. Tremendously creative, both as a scorer and as a playmaker.
Outside Thomas. Passes to Wallace. Outside Dumars. Now the pass to Lanier. And the shot goes in.
And just an excellent setup. Joe Dumars just plays with such poise and intelligence. The quintessential combo guard.
Here's Guerin. Pass to Frazier. Reed with it. Some nice passing by New York here. 6 to shoot. Frazier against Thomas. This one for 3. And that one's good. Guerin's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Hill has the open look. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Frazier outside. Pass to Ewing. Anthony with it. Poked loose. Here's Thomas. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Sounds good. Boy, I tell you what, the fight and determination of Isaiah Thomas is contagious, infectious. He's excellent at staying with the play and then finishing through the foul. For a little guy, he plays a lot bigger.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
Now here's Ewing. Back to Frazier. And too long on the shot.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the basket by Hill.
Hill showing good strength there. I like how strong he is. Even when you knock him around a little bit, he's able to stay with his shot effectively.
Passes it to Guerin. And here's Anthony for 3. Rebound by Wallace.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Feeds to Hill. Out to Wallace. The fader. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Detroit leading by 4. It's Dumars on the wing. Thomas. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Here's Anthony. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
And so it's New York with it. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
New York shooting their first free throw of the night.
Find the lane. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Anthony.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Now here's Thomas. 5 points in the game. Pulls from the top of the key. Here's Wallace. It's rebounded by New York.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Knocked loose. Right side Thomas. And then Thomas with the dunk.
And that's the baby-faced assassin. Thomas, he'll smile at you and then he'll cut your legs out from under.
Here's Frazier. No good there. And it's Detroit the other way. Now Dumars. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Anthony nowhere around. That one's good from the corner.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Double team on Thomas. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Knicks trail by 3. Outside Anthony. Here's Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
And Ewing with that size really creates a tough matchup, especially when he's attacking the offensive board.
Detroit, no good that time either.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. Jerry Stackhouse is checked in for Detroit. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
High arcing shot. That one no good. Some solid defense from Reed. Here's Anthony. And that one is good. Anthony's got 9.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Dumars. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there it is for him.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Thomas against Frazier. Dishes it to Ewing. It's hauled in by Lanier.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And, you know, after that tremendous collegiate career, Stackhouse came into the NBA with a ton of buzz, and he has not disappointed. He's an offensive force to be reckoned with.
The free throw drops for Stackhouse. Both free throws good from Stackhouse. New York trailing. Frazier outside. Now Detroit moving it up. Here's Lanier, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Shot's good by Anthony.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Stackhouse, covered by Anthony. Got a hand on it. And yes, it's good. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. The pass to Ewing, and it's blocked. He dishes it to Reed, and the dunk by Reed. Thomas with the ball. 7 points in the game. Double team on Thomas. He kicks it to Wallace. Pass to Stackhouse. Outside Dumars. Clock at 4. Wallace right side. Oh, that's blocked. Anthony against Dumars. Anthony left side. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by Lanier. The Pistons leading. Here's Dumars. Lays it up off the glass.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Pass to Carmelo. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For New York, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. A different look here for Detroit. Griffin's checked in for Wallace. Rodman comes in for Dumars. And Chauncey Billups is subbed in for Thomas. And so he makes both from the line. And here is Billups. Kicks it to Stackhouse. Here's Billups. Clock at 6. Passes it to Griffin. Three-pointer. Good on the three-point shot. And the Pistons lead by 4.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Monroe, the pass to Reed. And here is Anthony. And Anthony gets double teamed. And there's the pass to Houston. New York moving the ball around. From 7. Anthony's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Anthony, following the shot by Chauncey Billups. Monroe, the pass to Reed. Pass to Houston. Fires the 3. No good on that one. And Detroit the other way now. Here's Griffin. Here's Lanier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Lanier is one of the most graceful big men to ever play this game. From his post moves to his outside shot to his defending. Everything about Lanier is fluid.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for New York. Porzingis is coming in for Reed, and King subbed in for Anthony. Both good from the line that time.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Monroe down low. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
DeBusschere against Griffin. Excellent D there from DeBusschere. Knicks trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Houston can't get it to go. There's 1:38 left in the first. Pass to Lanier. Here's Rodman. Guarded by Porzingis. Kicks to Billups. Passes it to Rodman. Outside Griffin. The three. Here's Lanier, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, Bob Lanier is so active on the glass. Got to love that. I mean, he's got a long body, knows how to use it well to get those second chance opportunities.
Now here's Monroe. Here's Houston. Solid defense right there from Billups. Here's Bing. Finished off the break.
Boy, I like how Chauncey Billups looks to share the ball. He's a sturdy point guard with a great feel for when his guys are open.
DeBusschere against Griffin. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the first. Houston's shot's good.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Inside, here's Lanier. Nice D from Porzingis.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Now here's Monroe. There's the pass to Houston. No good on the triple.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Here's Griffin. What a terrific move that was. Griffin's got 5 points so far.
Bing does a superb job recognizing when one of his guys is open. I like his awareness on the floor.
And so is Detroit, heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So it's the Pistons now. 7-point differential. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Lane Beer is out there with Griffin. Then there's Chauncey Billups. Then it's Rodman. And it's Bing in at the point guard position. Lambier's shot is off. King against Rodman. King's shot is off.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Rodman kicks to Lambier. Over Porzingis. Lambier, good. Lambier's got the lead up to 9 now for Detroit.
Oh, the turnaround jumper. That was just beautiful.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Nice D from Lambier. Pistons leading by 9. To the wing right side. Outside Billups. from downtown. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And Billups, a remarkable shooter in his own right, especially from distance now. Has a really fluid shooting motion. Big shot. Chauncey.
Here's Barnett. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And the Pistons with possession. Here's Bing to the middle and stolen by Richardson. Now DeBusschere. And it's blocked. Bing the pass to Lambeer. Billups against Porzingis. Shoots from 12. And Detroit again with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Richardson, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Bing. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. A different look here for Detroit. DeBusschere, he's checked in for Griffin. Hill comes in for Dennis Rodman. And Hamilton subbed in for Chauncey Billups.
And, you know, Bing is an incredible scorer. Does a really good job running the offense while also being ready to score himself.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Detroit with the ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. And that one, good. Hamilton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Rip Hamilton picks that one up. The Knicks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
And the one thing you love about Barnett, he'll do anything the coaches ask. Start, come off the bench, score, or facilitate. He is completely unselfish.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for DeBusschere. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Pass to Barnett. New York moving the ball around. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And what I like about King, he doesn't try to get flashy or fancy. He only cares about being effective. And he goes out there and just takes care of business. And in the end, the points just pile up.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Starks checked in for the Knicks. Isaiah Thomas checked in for the Pistons. So he gets them both. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Right side Hill. Shoots over King, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got his second bucket of the night.
And because of his ability to attack the rim, Hill can use that mid-range jumper as a great second option. Keeps defenders honest when he's knocking that down.
Now here's Richardson. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there is always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. The first one falls. And both free throws good for Thomas. Knicks trail by 16. Starks outside. Back to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis over to Busher. Rebound, Detroit. Hill's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Porzingis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Even when you get a hand up, Ewing is still capable of scoring. Uses his size and length quite nicely inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One shot.
That's good from Ewing.
The epitome of a fantastic center. A big, strong body who wreaks havoc on both ends.
Double team on Thomas. Out to the right wing. DeBusschere kicks to Hill. Here's the floater.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing, a superb defender.
Thomas, no good.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Reed with the steal. Starks outside. Offensive rebound. A nice shot by Reed.
And it's about the want to. That's what Reed gives you. He can be the heart, the soul, and the backbone.
Detroit making a switch. Wallace is checked in. And Detroit has possession. They led by as many as 18 points. Outside Thomas. It's back to Hill. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And Melo, a skilled shooter, if he gets a clean look, you expect him to make it.
The 3 from Hill. It's rebounded by New York. Anthony with it. Grant Hill covering. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut to just 11 points, and the basket from Carmelo Anthony.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Hamilton kicks to Hill. Pass to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Hill finds Thomas. 5 on the clock. The rebound by Ewing. Here's New York. The 3 from Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Took him no time at all on that one. Hamilton's got 4 this quarter.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
He's got it going here in the second, gaining momentum as this game continues to go.
Here's Hill. Wallace. It's good on the putback.
Relentlessness describes Ben Wallace on the glass, always attacking and corralling rebounds out of midair.
Now, here is Starks. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. He kicks it to Ewing. Pass to Anthony. Back to Ewing. Rebounded by the Pistons. Hill's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It'll go, and the Detroit lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Anthony. Outside Thomas. The feed to DeBusschere. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
The Knicks making a switch here. Frazier's checked in. Detroit also making some changes. Stackhouse comes in for Grant Hill, and it's Dumars in for Hamilton. Now here's Frazier. That one's good, and the Piston lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Anthony.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Dumars. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by Ewing. Ewing's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Down low, Reed. It's blocked. Here's Stackhouse. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Stolen by Ewing. Here's Garrett. Good. Great play set up by Frazier. Frazier's got 5 assists in the game.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Pistons leading by 7. To the paint, here's Lanier. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
For Detroit, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
To miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free, and they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Anthony trying to get open. That one drops for him. Guerin's got 9.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
To the inside, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And guys, he's been a problem this defense has not been able to solve tonight. Lanier using that size along with the skill set to fully affect this game.
Here's Guerin. 9 points in the game so far. Anthony, the pass to Frazier, and the layup falls. Frazier's got 4 this quarter.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The pass to Stackhouse. Tries again. Here's Lanier. Covered by Anthony. Lanier, no good. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Frazier.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's Stackhouse. And no good. But close in that one, so he'll shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
First free throw is good. Rodman, he's checked in for Ben Wallace. Both free throws good from Stackhouse. And so it's Monroe with it, bringing it up for the New York Knicks. Trailing here by 8. Frazier against Dumars. Frazier with it. 6 points for him. Shot clock at 6. Houston, the pass to Monroe. Over Billups. Monroe, no good.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
To the middle, here's Lanier. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now, here is Monroe. 11 seconds left to play in the first half. From deep. That shot missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We'll return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Detroit finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They lead by 10. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny. What'd you think about New York?
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Pistons leading by 10. We've got Anthony. Reed out there with Ewing. Then there's Frazier. And it's Guerin in a 2-guard. That's the 5 for New York right now.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Takes the 3. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
Now, here's Thomas. Pistons passing it around. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Anthony. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Scoring at an efficient clip tonight. Melo in that zone.
To the paint, here's Lanier. Wallace trying to break free. Lanier, that's good. Lanier's got 19 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Frazier scanning the floor and stolen by Thomas. Up top, Dumars. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Shoots from the elbow. They get it back. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pistons lead by 9.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Anthony. Detroit with the rebound. Wallace has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Hill has it in the corner. Looking to end his cold spell. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Anthony. Here's Guerin. Flushes it down to finish the break.
The peripheral vision, the decisive delivery. Those are things you love about Frazier's artistry as a playmaker.
Here's Hill. And it's Reed pulling it down. Reed's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. They get a hand on it. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Detroit leading by 7. Outside Hill. The 17-footer. Here's Wallace. And he makes good on the layup. Wallace has got 6.
That kind of energy and hustle on the glass usually produces good results.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Frazier the pass to Ewing. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist. Frazier's got his 8th assist here tonight.
A nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And Hill has it in the corner. Good on the triple. He's got 11. Knicks trail by 10. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Offensive rebound. Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. You know, guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about. Boy, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Now here's Thomas after the miss from Walt Frazier. Unloads from 13, and the basket by Thomas. And now it's a 12-point Detroit lead.
Yeah, the jump shot of Thomas, cash money, Kevin. Boy, it's nice seeing him knock down that mid-range jumper.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Now here's Frazier. Isaiah Thomas missing his last shot. Thomas against Frazier. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. A different look for New York. Porzingis is checked in for Reed, and it's Richardson in for Frazier. Lambeer's checked in for Detroit. Hamilton comes in for Joe Dumars. And so here is New York. It's a 10-point game. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Ewing, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ewing's got 11.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
Pass to Thomas. Ball's knocked loose. 13 feet away. It's tipped. Anthony on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. And then Ewing with the jam.
Boy, once he's near the bucket, he's a threat to throw it down because Ewing has such great size.
Here's Hill. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Garrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Rip Hamilton picks that one up. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Detroit.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And the first one drops. Kings checked in for Anthony. And he makes both free throws. Detroit leading by 4. And here is Hill. 11 points in the game. Pass to Lambeer. Here's Bing. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Barnett is checked in for New York. Barnett. Here's Hill off the inbound, and the layup is good. Hill's got 13.
Boy, Hill is a tremendous penetrator and loves going right through the defense and scoring on the drive.
Griffin against Porzingis. Passes to Ewing. Tries from 7. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
The adjustments they've made offensively they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Here's Bing. 5 points in the game. Hamilton outside, and the pass to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Yes, he does, Kevin. Love seeing Griffin finish with power at the rim. Awesome at throwing it down when he's in this deep.
Richardson attacking. Makes it off the glass.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Pistons leading by 4. Pass to Griffin. Down low. And that one's good. Bing. 7 points in the game.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Barnett bangs home the trifecta.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And so it's Detroit with the ball. Pass to Hill. Shoots over King. Off the left rim and out. Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 15-6 run. Barnett against Hamilton from 20 feet out. Here's Ewing. Rip Hamilton with the rebound. Here's Bing. He has 7. Good. Nice job down low. Bing's got 9.
How about that wonderful floater he has, showing off an exquisite touch.
And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And New York making a change here. DeBusschere is checked in. Then for the Pistons, Jerry Stackhouse is checked in for Hill. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Richard Hamilton. Richardson left side. Now here's King. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Barnett. Lets it go from deep. Detroit with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Bing. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Richardson the pass to King. Over Stackhouse. No good that time. And it's Detroit the other way.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Bing. He's got 11. Here's Griffin. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And here comes Billups leading the fast break. Finished off the break. And it's an 11-point Detroit lead.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And it's Detroit's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Griffin passes to Bing. Outside Billups. Inside. And it's Barnett with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Well, you look at Porzingis and his size 7'3", he consistently torches defenders around the rim.
Here's Bing. Outside Griffin. Another shot, Lambeer, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Both teams will make substitutions.
One shot.
And that one falls for Lambeer.
And, you know, Bill Lambeer embraces the role of the villain, actually enjoys playing that role. An enforcer who's not afraid to get physical with anybody, no matter how big or how small.
Now, here is DeBusschere. No points in the game yet for him. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Bill Lambeer.
The line for your Knicks, Willis Reed. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Reed.
And, you know, you talk about leadership. It comes in a lot of different forms and ways, and guys that provide that solid foundation for a team. Reed is one of those guys.
And both free throws good for Reed.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Here's Lanier. 21 points in the game. It's good, and that takes him to 77% shooting this game. 10 for 13.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now Monroe. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Detroit, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be back with you shortly. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Knicks trail by 12. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Rodman is out there with DeBusschere. Then there's Chauncey Billups. Then it's Jerry Stackhouse. And it's Lanier in at the 5. And so it's Detroit with the ball. They led by as many as 18 points.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Stackhouse has gone 2 of 4 from the field. Dumars, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Houston. The pass to DeBusschere. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. That one falls. DeBusschere's got his first points of the night. Frazier, he's checked in for Monroe.
DeBusschere. The assist, Earl Monroe.
Pistons leading by 12.
Walt Frazier.
Back to Dumars. To the right side. Rodman in the post. And it's Reed pulling it down. And so it's Frazier who'll bring it up for New York. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
So for the Pistons, Wallace comes in for Dennis Rodman, and Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Chauncey Billups.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Boy, Dumars is the whole package. Joe is the epitome, I think, of the combo guard. A terrific scorer who also plays lockdown defense, takes pride in both ends of the floor.
Now here's Frazier. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Nice ball movement by Detroit. A slam dunk by Thomas.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Pistons leading by 13. Down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And guys, it's really amazing the effect that Busher has on this team, especially on the defensive end. He's smart, he's cagey, and incredibly tough.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Good on both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half. That's taking care of business, fellas.
And he makes that one.
And how about the burst in that first step, just right to the rim?
Pistons leading by 13. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. A putback, and it's Reed pulling it down. Here's Guerin, covered by Dumars. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Detroit with the ball. Thomas feeling it out a bit. And another field goal in this total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Patrick Ewing's checked in for New York. And Detroit with a change here, too. Hill's checked in. Frazier outside. Thomas with the steal. Frazier against Hill. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Thomas, and oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Feeds to Anthony, and it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas. Knicks trail by 15. Pass to Reed. And he uses the glass on the layup. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 14 rebounds. And the Pistons with possession. They led by as many as 18 points. The shot by Hill makes no mistake on the open jump shot. And the Pistons lead by 15.
Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
Anthony. Rebound, Detroit. Lanier's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. To the middle, here's Wallace. And it's Wallace with the jam.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Frazier against Thomas. Frazier outside. Passes it to Ewing. Here's Anthony. It's hauled in by Lanier. Lanier's got 13 rebounds in the game. Succeeding. And then Thomas with the jam.
There's not much that Hill does not do well. He does a bunch of good things, including spotting the open man and getting the ball to him right away.
Now here's Ewing. Anthony right side. Over Hill. That one a little long.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yeah, one of the great in-game dunkers we have. Grant Hill, he might not put on a show with his dunks, but it doesn't make him any less impressive.
New York calls timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Now here's Frazier. There's the dish to Ewing. The pass to Anthony. To stop the run. New York, no good that time either.
So hard, actually impossible to cut into the lead when you have a guy struggling this badly.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
One shot.
And Hill, no good on that one.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen. Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
Now here is Hill. And Ewing sends it back. Pass to Guerin, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
A fantastic dunk, and he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of him.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
Frazier against Thomas. Kicks it to Dumars. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from the wing. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. The second chance effort. Wallace misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
That's his third personal foul. At the line for your Knicks, Patrick Ewing. At the line for 2.
The first one falls. He doesn't get the second one. Detroit leading by 17. Here's Hill. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Hill. Frazier with it. Pass to Anthony. Shot from 16 and good as it just snugs right down through the net.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Thomas against Frazier. He feeds it to Reed. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Shooting from New York, Willis Reed. Taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Reed. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Detroit. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Anthony on the double team. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Dumars. Dumars got his 8th assist here tonight. Knicks trail by 19. Passes it to Ewing. Back to Frazier. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
No good from Ewing.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
Here's Garrett. And it's off from three-point range. Pistons leading by 17. Right side, Thomas. That shot, no good. Anthony with the defensive effort. And so it's New York with it to the left wing. Frazier against Dumars. Frazier kicks to Anthony. New York moving it around. 16 feet away. Ewing misses. 1:46 left here in the fourth quarter. The feed to Dumars. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Dumars got 5 points in the quarter.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Ewing. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Very self-confident in the paint. Ewing excels at scoring close to the hoop.
Pistons leading by 17. And here is Thomas. There's the pass to Hill. Back to Thomas. Out to the right wing. Here's Dumars. And Detroit again with the bucket. Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Frazier against Thomas. Frazier outside. Now here's Ewing. Not a lot of room. Guerin passes to Anthony. Over Hill. Rebound by the Pistons. Now here's Dumars. Ewing comes to help. And it's denied. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Anthony taking his time here. Pass to Guerin. Reed kicks to Anthony. For the three. No good. Shot missing.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.